manipulate probability. Like whatever there's an odd of, I can change the odd to be whatever I want. I like soup. Historical romance is my favorite genre, but also trashy Scottish romances is also my genre. The old Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm tearing through those.
The art of not giving a f***.
Sister Wives star Christine Brown's daughter Mykelti's comments on the funeral. A patron asked Mykelti why she and her siblings don't seem as close to Kody and Robyn anymore. Here's what Mykelti had to say. Is it upsetting that Robyn did something at the funeral that made her biggest supporter among the kids feel this way? Yes. Do I secretly wish Logan, Hunter, or Gabe confronted Kody and told him off? Yes, that too. Remember, the photos we saw online were from his National Guard memorial service, not the actual funeral. There haven't been any public photos of the funeral, which is as it should be. If I had to guess, I think Robyn made the event about her own pain and her children's pain. Didn't Robyn's adult children not even attend the National Guard funeral? I feel like Robyn's true colors are really showing. I also couldn't believe Kody was sitting next to Robyn, while Janelle looked so lost and alone up there with her strong boys by her side. Kody couldn't even sit with the mother of his son for a few minutes. It was incredibly disrespectful. I can't stand either of them. They'll probably end up very alone together as they get older. Full disclosure. In a recent live, Mykelti mentioned that she called Kody about an injury Ace sustained while playing. However, she has stated that she doesn't talk to Robyn nearly as much as she used to, so she hasn't completely cut them off. Whatever happened must have been quite serious. Mykelti has always been very supportive of Robyn, more so than any of the other OG kids. For her to publicly speak out like this, it must have been something significant. This is extremely upsetting. A terrible event occurred, and even a child who was on their side said that Kody and Robyn behaved inappropriately during the funeral. I really hope there wasn't any blame being placed. I've lost a family member myself and know how easy it is to blame others initially, but that doesn't make it fair or acceptable. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Reality Nexus X. It's me, Elena, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. However, I laughed way too hard at this, a gospel album? Featuring hits like Knife in the Kidney, I'm a Jackwagon, Life Isn't All Beer and Skittles, and the classic My Three Paying Wives Have Left Me, plus a bonus track, Me and Mrs. Brown. And don't miss the duet with Robyn, Jesus Is My Renal Agent. On the other hand, regarding the lot division, I believe Kody is the main issue here. As I watch the situation unfold, Mary doesn't want the area with the trees, and Kody keeps taking jabs at Robyn, saying things like, "You were last," "You got the table scraps," and "You were the only one who didn't complain about the lot." He is clearly directing his frustration at Mary, not engaging in a constructive discussion, and is very openly expressing his feelings about her. Robyn is telling him to stop, saying his complaints aren't helpful and that she's content with any property. It's clear that Kody is instigating this drama. While I don't like Robyn, I do think Kody is the primary cause of the problem, including how he's treated Robyn. From a villainous perspective, it's hard not to see the appeal in his actions, but he has indeed ruined the situation. Yes, Robyn is problematic, but Kody is the bigger issue. Robyn hasn't been given scraps of real estate since joining the family. What she says on camera is just for show. Kody has stirred up this drama, knowing they couldn't build or divide the property until it was paid off. It seems like another attempt by Kody and Robyn to push Mary off the show, as Kody wanted her gone and her share of the show's revenue. I recently rewatched this, and it's clear that Kody is entirely at fault due to his poor communication skills. This entire drama could have been avoided if they had sat down earlier with a map of the property and discussed their needs and the pros and cons of each lot as a team, rather than having everything go through Kody. Instead, Kody went ahead, changed the lot divisions, and called the surveyor without any prior communication. It was only after this surprise change that they finally sat down to discuss things. However, interview with Brady Williams from My 5 Wives. I recently listened to an episode of Growing Up in Polygamy on YouTube from September 7, 2024, and I was struck by how different Brady Williams' responses were compared to Kody Brown's. I haven't watched My 5 Wives and don't know much about Brady Williams. If he turns out to be a narcissist who just knows how to present himself well on camera, please let me know so I can do more research. Aside from mentioning that he is a bishop, I didn't hear Brady say anything that suggested he's self-centered or boastful. In his interview, he spoke thoughtfully about his children, his wives, his responsibilities, and his personal growth. I was particularly moved by what he said about his biggest fear. Sam, do you feel like you are able to have the relationship that you want with that many kids, or is it difficult to find enough time in a day? Have you figured out how to maintain relationships with so many children? Brady, I don't know. It's my greatest fear and the thing I'm most insecure about, whether I'm doing a good enough job as a father, now a grandfather, and as a husband. I try harder at that than at anything else in life, to be a quality presence. I know quantity isn't what I want it to be, so I strive for quality. I know I fail in many cases and wish I didn't, but it's not for a lack of effort or intent. What did Kody say his biggest fear was? I really appreciate Brady. I knew that the show wouldn't continue because it lacked the necessary drama. He treated all his wives with respect and equality, which may not make for the best TV ratings, but it warmed my heart. Additionally, are they selling Coyote Pass, and where do you think Robyn and Kody will move to? Has anyone heard if the family is selling Coyote Pass now that Robyn and Kody are putting their mansion on the market? Where do you think they plan to move? In my opinion, they might move to St. George, Utah. With Robyn no longer able to afford a nanny, it seems like she might be relying on Grandma Alice to help out with the kids all day. Janelle and Miri should definitely get their money back when they sell the house. Didn't both wives contribute to the down payment or something? Although they likely didn't have a formal contract since it was considered family money, they're still owed. It seems like Kody and Robyn are putting all their cash into other things to make it appear as though they're financially strapped and avoid paying anyone back. Moreover, Season 19 premiere party. It's going to be a party for two, my supportive husband and me. And I'm thrilled for the new season of Sister Wives. I've been watching the show since the start and am almost always in the middle of a rewatch. I'm considering preparing show-themed meals to set the mood, and I thought this would be the perfect place to brainstorm ideas. I'm thinking of making Christine's hummus, fondue, street tacos, Christine's rolls, and Rice Krispies treats. I'm also considering figure foods with a touch of symbolism. Perhaps BBQ pulled pork sliders, since Kody always seems to be living high on the hog. For dessert, maybe some Buc-ee's or peanut butter bonbons, as a nod to Kody's lack of, well, let's just say courage. On the other hand, what if everyone had said no to Robyn joining the family? Christine might have been the driving force behind the show, but what do you all think? There would likely have been a lot less drama. I think Kody would have pushed to make it happen anyway, regardless of their objections. It seems like Robyn was the affair partner that Kody married, leaving his first wives, the original 3, behind. It probably would have happened whether they agreed or not. Kody likely pressured them heavily about Robyn and would have married her regardless. That Diesel Jeans model wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't going to pass up on the Diesel Jeans model who came to him with her cap in hand, a mountain of credit card debt, no job, and 3 extra mouths to feed, especially given the family's financial struggles. Kody is all about his own desires and needs, no matter how the original 3 felt. Once Robyn entered the picture, there was no way he'd let his original family interfere with his happiness. He no longer wanted the original 3, but he expected them to stick around, stay miserable, keep filming for the show's financial gain, and contribute to the Kody Brown family, account for his soulmate, and her children to live comfortably. If number 4 hadn't joined the family, Season 1 might have had a different storyline, with drama sourced from other areas. Production might have showcased their polygamous lifestyle from the start and stirred up drama within their community. I'm sure producers would have found other ways to create tension between the 3 original wives. However, does Robyn have secret credit card debt? We know from Robyn's ex's relatives that she hid credit card debt from him and even accumulated more debt after he borrowed from family to pay off her initial debt. Kody's financial irresponsibility is well documented with his questionable investments in flashy art and jewelry. Given the timeline of 1 to 2 years since the OG3 cut off financial support, it's plausible that Robyn could have incurred new debt around that time. While I can't confirm this for sure, considering the information from her ex's relatives, it's not out of the question. A few months ago, I saw a case filed against a Robyn A. Brown in Las Vegas for unpaid credit card debt, reportedly under $2,500. It was filed by a company specializing in buying and collecting old credit card debt. While it's not confirmed that this is the same Robyn A. Brown, the name and location match. Given Robyn's history and her resistance to criticism or change, it's plausible she might have accrued new debt and tried to hide it. I hope she doesn't involve her adult children in any way, such as putting their names on credit cards. Additionally, I believe that Season 19 should be the final one. It seems they've exhausted the potential of the show, and it's time to move on. Given that they're significantly behind the current timeline, I suggest letting this season conclude as planned and, if necessary, adding a B season to cover Garrison's death in March. However, I don't mean any footage that was filmed after that. Instead, my idea is to use the final footage up to that point, then transition to a black screen with a message explaining that Garrison tragically took his own life on March 5, 2024, phrased more thoughtfully, and that the family has decided to end the show with better wording. Following that, I would include a brief montage of each wife, showcasing snippets of their lives now, no spoken words, just music. Show Christine enjoying time with David and her kids or grandkids, Mary with her new boyfriend and dog, Janelle thriving in her single life in NC, and whatever they can piece together about Robyn and Kody's monogamous life. Next, a touching montage of Garrison, featuring footage from the past 12 years and old photos, would be fitting. This could be set to music, with possibly some voiceover snippets from the family sharing their best memories of him. This approach would honor Garrison and the other children who never asked for this exposure. I firmly believe that filming anything after March would be exploitative of Garrison. I'd love to hear what others think, whether you'd prefer the show to end and how you would plan it, or if you think it should continue. In my view, Garrison's passing should be acknowledged right at the beginning of the season premiere with a graphic, no spoken words. Follow this with series final on the screen at the start of the first episode. From a purely audience perspective, the show has never been more compelling. I used to skip seasons because it was so dull, but with some changes, it could potentially continue for another 3 seasons. However, the pace needs to pick up significantly. From a moral standpoint, the show should never have been made. It's exploitative, especially given that children can't truly consent until they're 18. It's troubling how YouTubers and shows like this skirt labor laws. Despite appearing kind and good-natured, the participants engage in exploitative NLM schemes, which is even more disturbing. The show's initial goal was to advocate for polygamy, but it seems to have strayed from that purpose. Learning about the NLM issues while finishing season 18 makes continuing the show feel uncomfortable. What happened to Garrison is deeply saddening, and if the show had any remaining moral integrity, it would end. I believe the suggested approach is the right way to handle it. Moreover, I understand that many of us have strong negative feelings towards clowny and fake as Sobin. I'm definitely on that bandwagon because they really are awful people. However, sometimes the comments go beyond criticizing those two and start attacking the appearances of people we actually like. It can be disheartening to see such harsh judgments. Does anyone else feel this way? I also agree that some people's personalities can make them seem less attractive. Sorry if this is a downer. I have Hashimoto's and an enlarged thyroid, so seeing all the posts about "does Robyn know her neck is huge" is both hurtful and frustrating. People have been commenting about it on her social media for years. I'm sure she's aware of it, and her doctor is too. Unless you're monitoring hormone levels and getting ultrasounds, there's not much that can be done about the appearance of an enlarged thyroid. Writing yet another comment about it isn't helping her, and it doesn't reflect her worth as a person. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear whether you agree or disagree. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for future updates. Your feedback is important, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.